Are they the ones to follow? He thinks no. It's possibly going to be Ineos Grenadiers, who are just starting to skirmish at the front as Ben Turner is indeed tagged here. And we make our series of turns now before we get to our final run for home. This is fascinating, Brian.
It is good effort there from Ben Turner, but it just wasn't meant to be. There's too many other teams looking at that stage one. DSM Firmenich post NL, I've got numbers. They've got Tobias Lund. He's in that white jersey. Are we going to see someone going from distance here? This look as if Ineos Grenadiers trying to look after Kim Hajduk. But again, I'll say it. Brandon McNulty, he's not had a lot to do today. He is very capable of winning on this type of finish.
Well, will we get ourselves something of a surprise? Let's wait and see. They're mobbing the road at the moment. Big pickup for the first time, and it's Frank van den Broek that just gets out of the saddle, plonks himself straight back down, almost like he'd thought about it for the second time. Coming up into position is Alexander Hayek, the Austrian champion. That can only mean that Van Daal wants assistance and maybe a lead out on the climb here. Brandon McNulty tucked in. He's got Castrillo mobbing the back wheel of him. Castrillo will be looking to McNulty. If McNulty decides indeed to impose himself, let's wait and see. Here is the Austrian champion. His teammate is the Red Bull man. You can see it from their helmets. It looks like the tin of the drink itself. Meanwhile, other moves coming. Christian Eiking now just going to start riding the centre line. Gets an elbow, as if to say, not on my parade. That's fascinating. That was Zambanini saying, giving him a how dare you. And here comes Warren Barguil out of the saddle, plonks himself straight back in as well, riding the centre line. Nobody knows how this one's going to pan out, but one thing is for sure, that the Austrian champion, Alexander Hayek, is setting the tempo at the moment. To whose benefit is this? Checks over his shoulder at the moment. Maybe he's been given a free hand. And Christian Eiking decides that he's going to try and leave everyone behind. Warren Barguil tries to respond, can't do so, plonks back in the saddle. Looks like he is spent. Eiking then setting the pace as we go for it. Hajduk still very much there, and everyone else now getting a little bit mob-handed as we make the turn onto the climb itself. And here we go. Brandon McNulty is staying with it. He goes to the barriers. Anybody else wants to come and join the party, they're going to have to go with McNulty. He is now absolutely flying. Who's got what it takes to go with him? That's the big question. The little guy, Van Daal, just tries to find a little bit of room. He's in wheel 4 at the moment. He's trying to drag himself back up onto the back wheel here of Fred Wright. He's staying with Fred Wright just for the time being. Fred Wright waiting to get the release from Zambanini. Fred Wright goes around the corner. They're mossing it around each other at the moment. And here we come. Out of position is Castrillo just for the time being. Fred Wright goes for it. Not just yet for the time being. We still have to wait. There's still one more corner to come. Van Daal's going backwards here, I'm afraid. And others are now just wondering how this one's going to pan out. Oh, it's going to be bonus seconds, I'm afraid. But Brandon McNulty is not going to take any of those for the day. A super battle just raging on the front, and here comes our young rider, classification leader, just coming around the outside, doing a fantastic job. Is he going to get there? Yes, he most certainly is. What a performance that was, and they get the payback. Team DSM Firmenich, after hoping so much for so long, it comes their way. What an amazing effort that was at the end of the day. Super job. Had to be somebody special, and it was, with Tobias Lund